There is a quiet strength in walking alone, not in loneliness, but in solitude, not in exile, but in self-mastery. Look around. We're surrounded by people screaming to be seen. Every post, every update, every fleeting thought broadcasted, as if existence needs proof, as if living loudly somehow makes life more real. But the Stoics whispered a different truth. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth, yet still found time to sit alone, in silence, and write only to himself. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, not the opinions of others, not the number of eyes watching you." Today, we confuse exposure with significance, but a flame exposed to too much wind dies. Here are 7 reasons why a private life is not just safer, it is stronger, it is happier, it is stoic. 1. What is hidden is harder to harm. In a world obsessed with vulnerability, we forget that boundaries are sacred. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be good, first believe that you are bad." Growth begins in the dark. The private man suffers in silence, improves in secret, and when he arrives ready. No one saw him bleeding, that's why no one can stop him. 2. Peace loves the quiet. Chaos has a voice, it's loud, constant, but peace whispers. You only hear it when you shut the world out. Seneca warned us, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Public life feeds the imagination, comparison, doubt, fear, but the private life starves them. 3. Privacy is power, not secrecy. Understand this difference. A private life isn't about hiding, it's about choosing. You're not scared to be seen. You're just not performing for the crowd. Every piece of you give away comes at a cost. But the man who keeps his purpose close, his plans guarded, and his soul behind locked doors, he owns himself fully. 4. You cannot be owned if you are not seen. The more people see you, the more they think they own you. They build expectations. They demand your attention. They define your worth. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be indifferent to what makes no difference." You were not made to be consumed. You were made to create, to endure, and to walk free. A private life is freedom in its purest form. 5. Growth happens in the shadows. The Stoics practiced in silence. They didn't announce their discipline, they lived it. Musonius Rufus said, "The person who has practiced philosophy as a cure for the soul becomes difficult to overcome." But that practice, that real, raw evolution, it happens away from applause. It happens in darkness, in discipline, in doubt. The private man sharpens himself like a blade, and no one sees it until it's too late. 6. Intimacy is sacred. We give too much away. Not just information, but meaning. We turn love into content, pain into posts, wisdom into slogans. But the Stoic knows what is truly valuable is protected. When we guard our lives, our relationships deepen, not because they're broadcasted, but because they're real. 7. You suffer less when you expect less. When you live publicly, you begin performing. You expect praise, you fear criticism, you chase likes, and when those don't come, you break. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. Sanity means tying it to your own actions. The private life expects less, demands less, needs nothing from the world, and that is true peace. So now ask yourself, what do you truly want? To be seen or to be free? To be loud or to be anchored? A private life doesn't mean you fade. It means you focus. It means you become stronger, sharper, harder to manipulate, and impossible to break. If these words stirred something inside you, something real, something ancient, then you already know. This path is for you. Subscribe, not for trends, not for comfort, but for truth. We don't chase the light. We become it, silently, stoically, together.